Welcome back to Symantec TV. I'm your host, Bob Bedore, and we have been talking a lot about the new launch from Symantec, Backup Exec 2014. This is a launch that is better, stronger, and faster. It's an all-new Backup Exec, and we're showing some demos to show you some of the features that you're going to find in Backup Exec 2014. Now, to help me with all this, because I know nothing about doing demos, I have got a demo master, Bill Felt. Hi, Bill, and welcome.
Thank you.
Now, Bill is the technical product manager here at Symantec. You've been doing a lot of work on 2014 edition of Backup Exec, and now I said this is better, stronger, faster. Yeah. How did Symantec arrive at building a product like that?
Well, a lot of hard work done by a lot of people much smarter than me, right, to create Backup Exec 2014. And just as you said, in many key areas it is better, stronger, faster. There are new features, old features brought back, increased platform support, and a lot of things are just simply faster, better performance. So it definitely is all that you said, better, stronger, and faster this version.
And a lot of this came from the feedback from people on previous releases, things they wanted to see back, things they wanted to see better. And let's take a look at one of the features right now that we're going to highlight in a demo for the folks. What are we going to learn about today, Bill?
We're going to focus on how easy it is to use Backup Exec 2014 to both discover and back up VMware virtual machine resources.
Well, I know my interest is piqued. So let's dive in. We got the laptop right here.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and start.
And we'll get going.
So just a few quick things before we dive into virtualization. I want to show people the job monitor, right? So this is back by popular demand.
Yeah, that was something people were asking for.
Specifically, we want that one place we can go to view our active jobs and our historical jobs. So here you have it. The job monitor is back. The top pane shows you any currently active or queued jobs. The bottom pane is kind of your history, right?
Okay.
So if jobs ran last night, did they succeed, did they fail? Here you can see all of that. Now also we have a new feature I wanted to point out. Here in the Backup and Restore tab of the interface, we have what we call the bottom pane view. So now when you select a server resource or a virtual server or virtual host resource, the bottom pane shows you additional details. If it's a virtual server, it shows you your folders, your virtual machines that are attached to that host. A physical box, it'll show you what volumes are there. Is there an application on that box, etc.
Now, this is all designed and just trying to give people as much information on a single pane, right?
That's right. So you no longer have to right-click or go deeper to have just some basic bottom line information about the resource that you selected to perform an action against.
Perfect. All right. Well, let's see what else we got here.
All right. So for virtual backups, the first thing you would want to do is you want to go over here to Add, and you choose, I want to add a server to my infrastructure, and that could be a Microsoft server. In our case, it would either be a VMware host or a Hyper-V host. It could be any number of these, right? An NDMP device, it could be a Linux server, it could be a Macintosh server. This is kind of our one-stop shop. I want to add a server to my infrastructure. I start with that Add button. If it's a VMware host, you choose VMware, obviously, and you choose Next. You then enter either the host name or IP address of that virtual host and make some other choices here. You can deploy automatically, if you want, the Windows agent to Windows virtual machines assigned to that VMware server if you want. And you might want to do that. We don't require an agent to be in a virtual machine to back it up through VMware BADP. If you do choose to deploy the agent, however, you have additional functionality, and that includes application granular recovery and things like that.
Okay.
Once you've done that, you'll have, as I have here in my UI, you'll have a virtual host show up. And here we have him identified by his IP address. And again, in the bottom pane, we now see the folders and virtual machines that this host owns. I can then, and you can do it a number of different ways. I like to right-click here at the host and then choose backup, right?
Okay.
I can then choose to back up to disk, to convert to virtual machine. It'll decide for me what backup choices I can have. So depending on how things are configured, what my context is, will show you what backup options you can choose. I'll choose here backup to disk. I then am showed with kind of a dual pane view of my backup job stage 0, as it were. I can, on the left, I can decide, well, okay, so I'll edit this left selection, and this is my virtual host. Do I want to back up all of his stuff, we're going to want to drill down in here and maybe just choose one virtual machine for this job. Maybe I want to choose this email server. I then choose OK. On the right, I edit my backup stages. I'll choose Edit here, and maybe I don't want to do incremental backups, just fulls, right? Maybe my schedule is going to be just a run right now. Maybe I will schedule them. I can choose my storage device. Where is he going to live? Where is this backup going to go? To disk, deduplication, to tape. Down here at the bottom is an important one. So virtual machines. What are my virtual specific selections for this backup job? By default, we will usually have granular restore technology selected. That's for files and folders. Down here, you'll notice that we have application GRT stuff as well.
Okay.
And if you have, again, the agent for Windows deployed to the virtual machine, and if that virtual machine is hosting an application such as Exchange or SQL or SharePoint, you can then enable GRT for those virtual machines. And it is that easy, Bob.
No. Well, I was about to go get a pizza. I guess I don't have to now. You're done. That's great, and I like the fact that there's so much there for people to look at. It seemed very just user-friendly to kind of get what you want done. You don't have to go out and search for things. It's done. And that may be answering the question I've got for you next. But this whole thing, again, bigger, stronger, faster.
Yep.
What is it that's made what you've shown us right there? What has made that bigger, stronger, faster maybe than what might be previously out there from us or from somewhere else where they might
What's
get
the
to
unique
go?
value of our virtual backup technology?
What makes this stand out?
Well, a number of things. I'll limit my answer to just a couple. There's a lot of things that we think make us better than other technologies in the marketplace. One is flexibility. You can protect virtual machines in a number of different ways. You can choose a backup strategy that matches the virtual machine and his job and his role. So you might want to back up a file server virtual machine differently than an Exchange server virtual machine, right? And you can pick from our VADP agentless backup technologies or VADP agent-assisted backups, or if you need to, fall back to the tried and true agent-based backups, depending on the role of the virtual machine. And you can mix and match, group however you want. You can do all or any mix, however you want. So that flexibility, that matching of technology to the right virtual machine role is probably my favorite distinction of how our technology stands out from the marketplace.
That's great. And for others, they can just email you directly and say, Bill, what were the others?
Well, they could. I redirect them for a better response time to backupexec.com. It's a great one place to go for all things about Backup Exec. And of course, as you were probably going to say, backupexec.com/admin is our admin guide page. You go there to get the admin guide, and that'll give you all of the step-by-step guts and gory details for other things you might want to try with the new version of Backup Exec.
I want to make it easier for me. I'm just going to have you do some more videos here. We're going to do a whole series of these.
Let's do it.
But if, like Bill said, if you want to read that admin guide, you can go to backupexec.com/admin, and you can see the entire how-to on everything. Or you can just check out some more of the videos. Hey, Bill, I want to thank you so much for spending some time. I'm going to keep you chained to the desk here. We're going to do some more demos. And I want to thank all of you for sticking around on Symantec TV. Do check out Backup Exec 2014. It is the Backup Exec you were asking for, and now you've got it. We'll be back with more videos right here on Symantec TV.